All right, welcome back to TV5 News at 9. It is another edition of Ask the County. And joining us this morning is Saginaw County Treasurer Tim Novak. So thank you so much for being here, Tim. How are you?
Good morning. Spring is trying to beat winter now, right?
I don't know what she's up to. Yeah, at least we can have a good sense of humor about
That's right.
it. All right, so today we are talking about adopting, of course, animals from the Saginaw County Animal Shelter. So just tell us a little bit why these pets are all up for adoption.
So sometimes you might think that's because there's something wrong with the pet, and really, most of the time, the pets were returned to the shelter for things like maybe they were moving, maybe the landlord didn't allow pets, maybe there was an allergy situation where you didn't realize you had an allergy, or maybe it was just too much for you, and you thought you do the right thing and turn the pet back in, and then let somebody, that's ready to have a pet, adopt a pet.
Very much so. Yeah, it's a big responsibility. So you really have to consider a lot of factors. So, adding a pet is a big decision. What should people consider? There's a few things.
Yeah, so the first thing I think I would do is ask why you want a pet. Talk through those types of things. You're talking a long-term commitment. Pets live, 8 to 15 years, sometimes more. Don't expect your child to do all the work. A lot of them we're doing gifts, right? We're going to gift our child a pet. And it's like, let's make sure that, you understand that there's responsibilities and you're probably going to have to help out.
Yeah.
Is your family ready for those changes? Teach your family ahead of time, what these long-term types of things, bathing and walking the dog and, do we have enough room for the type of pet that we're going to get? Or do we travel?
Right.
We have friends that travel a lot and they got to run home and take care of the pet, and those are responsibilities that, you have to do now.
Yeah, and plus there's a cost to it too.
Absolutely, and is it something that you can bear the cost of the food and medication and whatever else that the pet may need?
All right, so when somebody is ready to adopt, how should they go about that?
So the Saginaw County Animal Shelter has created kind of a contract that they have with folks. And it's kind of three parts. The first part of the contract will talk a lot about, ask you about your household information. What's the space like? Are you ready for a pet? What's your neighborhood area like? Second part is kind of a list of expectations. This is what it's going to be like the first 2 weeks. Monitor your pet, teach them how to go outside, those kinds of things, and really what you're going to expect the first 2 weeks. And the third part's kind of the contract part. And there's a list of checklists, and a lot of it's along the lines of, do you understand that you're going to have to do this, and you get to be able to care for the pet, and then there's medical stuff you may have to be aware of. And just a kind of list to make you aware. It's like a 6-page contract, but I think it's so much better to create this that, we have an unwanted pet, and we have maybe a family that's interested in a pet, and are they ready now? And maybe they're not quite ready now.
Yeah.
Maybe they are, and it's just a great way to make sure that the pets are going someplace safe.
And it sounds like there's a good trial run too ahead of time, just to make sure it's a good fit.
Absolutely. You want to make sure you have those discussions and have that realization that what you're getting yourself into.
Absolutely. All right, so how much does it cost to adopt a pet at the animal shelter?
So if you're going to go to the shelter, you look to spend $125 to adopt a dog and about $50 to adopt a cat. So there is some cost on the front end involved, but that's the spade and neuter and the rabies testing and all those things to make sure that the animal is safe before they come home.
Absolutely. I know it's such a fun experience. And
absolutely.
You've been through it.
Yes, I grew up with pets, so I know what it's like, and
Yeah.
the added responsibility, and it is rewarding, very rewarding.
Absolutely. All right, Tim, anything else you want to add?
Nope, just remember every year if you have a dog, your dog required to be licensed.
Yeah.
And those are due by March 1st every year, and just make sure that you have your dog properly licensed for a variety of reasons. So.
All right, very good.
Thank
you,
you,
Tim, for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
All right. And if you want to learn more or have questions that you would like to ask the county, just send them to WNEM@WNEM.com.